Okay, I'd like to call to order the regular zoning board of appeals meeting. Actually, this is a special meeting of the zoning board of appeals on October 19th. Bear with me one sec, I'm sorry. Too many things on my desk. Okay, let's start with roll call. Stephen Antonio, I'm here. Joanne Hogan,
Here. Where'd he go?
Lost him.
Lost Stephen. What happened? There he. Oh,
Mark Freeman is joining.
Mark coming.
And
Stephen.
there's Steven. He's coming back.
Okay.
Hi, sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. All right. Not sure what you guys talked about while I wasn't here. So
We talked about you. We talked about you.
Ram is here. Josh Mickelson.
Present.
And Mark Freeman.
Here.
All right, that establishes the quorum. So let's get right into it. Application 22-08, John and Elizabeth Marion, owner applicants for a variance pursuant to the Simsbury zoning regulations, section 3.5 for the construction of an approximately 780 square foot addition, plus or minus 1 foot within the side yard setback at the property located at 10 Victoria Lane. John, do you want to just give us a quick rundown of what you're asking for and what the hard?
Sure. Thanks for the board's attention tonight. Elizabeth and I, we've been residents of Simsbury for over 30 years. We've owned this home for 27 years. I was at combustion engineering in various leadership positions for years. Became ABB, Alstom, then GE. It took me away for a few years, but now we're back trying to retire here. We have a home on 10 Victoria, which we love. We love the yard. It's fairly modest colonial, and we're looking to put a master bedroom, a first floor addition on the home, fairly modest to 780 square foot. We're challenged, although we own nearly 3 acres of this property, we're kind of challenged by the topography of the particular piece of property to fit on the site. And as a consequence of that, we were aware of the setback requirement of 40 foot to the side. I really thought we had honored that. The architect, which is Jay Willerup, some of you may know Jay from Talcott Mountain, he's actually the architect. Off of the Simsbury plot plan, we actually thought we were at 40 foot. But because of the land itself and the wetlands that are nearby there, and by the way, this is past the Wetlands Commission, we had the site surveyed and turned out one corner of this, less than a foot. I think it's a total of like 1.6 square feet just in the front corner is within that 40 foot setback. The majority of it is far away from that setback. And we've kind of looked with the architect and the builder, which is Bill Atkinson. I don't know if he's been able to join or not. Unfortunately, he had a death in the family. He's up in Vermont right now. But you know, we looked at it. We looked at it with Jay. And how can we adjust this? And there's really not a very pragmatic way to adjust it. It's fairly small addition, and so we end up with the challenge on the setback, which is, again, as I said, it's less than a foot, only in the very front corner. But the addition is quite compatible with the current architecture of the house as a colonial and the neighbors' houses. The neighbors are aware of this project and are fine with it. So I kind of throw on the sword of this board for requesting a variance to this setback in consideration of this this small penetration into that setback. Happy to go through if you want me to share my screen and show you the pictures of the house or the plot plan, and would that help as you make your decisions?
Has everyone had the opportunity to review this?
I look, yeah.
to be honest, John, I think we might forego that. Welcome, Sharon. Let the record know Sharon Thomas has joined the meeting. I think we can forego that, John.
Okay.
As I'm hearing you and seeing the particulars, we have to establish a hardship. And it seems like the location of the wetlands as well as your septic area rather, are the constraints that this really doesn't fit anywhere else. I do have to ask, and you just have to tell me why. It's not a gotcha, but have you considered clipping the corner that extends outside of this area?
Well, I think that the consideration of that, with positioning I've addressed, we don't find it accommodative to position it without some crazy angle and very complicated constructions that actually ends up being more obtrusive to the neighbor on the side. And clipping it would be just kind of an architectural oddity. I mean, right now it looks like the house, it looks like the neighbor's house. It's quite compatible.
Like I said, I just have to ask that, all considerations have been considered.
Yeah.
Would any of the other commissioners like to ask any questions of John?
Is the, and I may have missed this, I apologize, but is the septic being relocated?
No, the septic is the original, the house is in the 60s. It's pretty normal septic tank and then septic field, but that extends, off the back of the house. And as Stephen mentioned, I mean, it really isn't viable to put it on, where that is located.
Gotcha.
I see Bill Atkinson has joined us. Thanks, Bill.
Okay, thank you for clarifying. I was wondering.
The builder.
I also see Amanda Blaze on our screen. As we move forward to public input, is there any public input anyone would like to mention at this time? Okay, hearing none, we'll keep moving forward. The commissioners, the builder is now on the call as well. If there were any questions that you had for him. Hearing none, we'll keep plowing ahead. I think at this point, we're ready to close the application. We make the motion, Joanne or Laura, correct me if I'm wrong. We make a motion to the affirmative, but then we deliberate. It's not the official passing of it. Is that proper protocol, Laura? Or did we decide we don't need to do that anymore? Because I think we did discuss that option.
So you make the motion to close the public hearing?
Close the meeting. We talk, whatever, and then we make the motion in the affirmative.
Sharon, you have a phone call. Sorry. Okay.
That's work calling.
Oh, ignore them, ignore them.
I did.
So hearing no other questions for the builder nor for Mr. Marion, let's close the application and deliberate amongst ourselves as to the hardship and the granting of this variance. Who would like to start?
Do we have to make a motion to close it and vote on that? All right, I make a motion that we close the public discussion so that the commissioners can discuss.
I'll second.
All those in favor, do we need to do all those in favor or that?
Yeah.
just close it? All those in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. No one left to abstain or vote against. So let's deliberate amongst ourselves.
Right, it seems to me that they have explored with their builder options to not have it over the variance, and given the placement of wetlands in the septic area, they've put a lot of thought into making a useful master bedroom on the first floor, obviously because they want to stay in the house as they want to age in place, I'm assuming. Seems like they've explored a lot of options and that they have a little bit of an oddly shaped lot. They have wetlands, they have septic area, a lot of the same problems a lot of people in Simsbury have. And they did their due diligence here, as far as I can see.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think that, I mean, I know I'm around the corner on West Mountain Road, and I know exactly where that low-lying area is, and it seems like that they've tried, but this would be the only choice. So, you know, and especially with John mentioning that it's gone through the wetland board and gotten approved, so they don't seem to have any issue with it. So I don't think me personally, I don't either.
Okay. Any other
So
comments?
the,
I have one question. If the number of square footage is reduced, will that mean solve this problem, like not going into the septic area? Or will it go either way?
Well, we've closed the application, so we can't ask the applicant at this time.
Okay.
But I think that looking at the floor plan, which was part of our packet,
Yeah.
it's fairly populated, meaning it's not just expansive bedrooms, it's got your basic necessities. It seems rudimentary in asking.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else that would like to mention anything? I'm inclined to grant this. It's a very small ask. We might as well acknowledge
Really
it
is.
because it
Yeah.
is.
so Steve, the only thing that I was gonna say is, I also, it seems like due diligence was done, and me personally, we're gonna vote anyway, but I would be inclined to support the request.
Okay.
Yeah,
great.
me too.
Well, hold on, we're not voting yet. Does anyone have the motion in front of them? And I'll just reiterate, the hardship was the location of wetlands and septic, if you would like to include that.
I can read it if you want. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, I would like to make a motion to approve application 22-08, John and Elizabeth Marion, owner applicant for a variance pursuant to the Simsbury zoning regulations, section 3.5, for the construction of an addition of 780 square feet, plus or minus a foot within the side yard setback per plans provided entitled Improvement Location and Topographical Survey by Godfrey Hoffman Hodge LLC, dated 8/12/2022, for the property located at 10 Victoria Lane, Assessor's Map CO7, Block 212, Lot 010, zoned R40. The hardship being that this property is placed on wetlands, and it has a septic area that is limiting location of the addition. They're asking for about a 1 foot. How much was the setback? I mean, how much was the variance?
What, square
10
foot?
inches.
A square foot, just call it.
A square foot,
I think it's
Variance.
1.6 square feet.
1.6 feet to accommodate the addition.
And do you want to add this approval is subject to the following condition, an administrative zoning permit to be obtained?
Yes,
I thought you might.
yes. Thing is, it says to do that.
With that being said, I'll second it. All those in favor? Aye. It's unanimous. No one to vote against or abstain.
Yay.
Thank you again, John, for taking the time to come back, and
Thank you.
wish you good luck with your addition.
Thank you. I very much appreciate the support of the board. Look forward to our days back in Simsbury.
Welcome
Except for the
home.
Bears, except for the Bears.
Yeah, well,
Oh, no, the bears are good things.
Yeah, I kind of like the bears. We have a neighborhood bear comes by every day.
Permanent neighbors.
Yes.
Agreed.
He takes a bath in the neighbor's pond every day. Very funny.
okay, should we do the minutes to get them done, Laura, or just because it's a special meeting, end this?
Because it's a special meeting, I'd say end it. It's also on your agenda for next week, because we're
Okay.
meeting again next week.
And while we're here, can everyone make next week just to ensure we have a quorum?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, I will make
Yeah,
that
next
final motion. You want to do it? Go ahead, Joanne.
Oh, okay. Make a motion to close the meeting of what is the date
October 19th.
And 19.
19th.
of October 19th, 2022?
I'll
I
second that.
7:15.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 It's unanimous. Thank you very much,
Bye,
everyone. for your
everyone.
time.
Thank
I'll see
you.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.